Welcome to the Crack Hunter. From the great outdoors to the wild urban sprawl. Come with us on another crazy adventure.
In this episode, we're heading up the highway to Sydney, where we'll share some of Australia's history, meet some majestic mammals, and showcase even more of our beautiful country. The first stop, Glenrowan.
So here we are in the beautiful town of Glenrowan. What put Glenrowan on the map? This fella right here, Ned Kelly. A little bit about Ned. He was hanged on November 11, 1880, Old Melbourne Jail in the city. As I say, he was a bit of a battler, an underdog, sometimes gentleman, sometimes larrikin, and a man with a strong sense of family. And in a country born of brutal convict settlement, the Kellys were just one of many to suffer the English notions of class distinction, land tenure, and Anglo-Irish hatred. With the continued persecution by the police, Ned fought back. The donning of armour made from ploughboards here at Glenrowan in 1880 made Ned Kelly an Australian legend. What brought him undone? The kneecaps. The cops had constantly been shooting at this heavy armour, not getting through. Got away with it for ages. I reckon it was the work experience kid at the back that just raised his head. He's like, hey guys, why don't we aim for his knees? And they're like, shut up, Wilco. And then one of them donked him in the knees, brought him to his knees, pun intended. And that's what ended the Kelly legacy.
Ned Kelly's last stand. Hey Hughesy, come check this out, mate.
Nah, Hodgie, come check this out, bro.
Mate, we're not here to fuck spiders.
You sure about that? Look at this one, mate. Legs nearly as hairy as my Greek friend in year 7. So we're signing off from here in Glenrowan. Time to hit the road.
Hughesy, you can't use that catchphrase.
Oh, fuck.
That's not your catchphrase.
I love him, though. Let's get some K's behind us.
But before we could get cracking, I had a call from a mate in need of some urgent help.
Okay, yeah. You stuck? Some dickhead doesn't know how to park? Yeah, we can help you out, mate. We'll be right there. We've got a local that's stuck, mate. We've got to help someone get out of a sticky situation. Feel like popping a cherry today? There's nothing I love more than pulling up to a side farm gate and seeing what they've got on offer. Bacon avocados? What the hell's that? Look at that. Geez, takes me back to my old grandma's house. I'll grab a couple of these here, or you won't put their details in, but it's really nice. I've got an honesty box, and just to accommodate modern technology, you can even do a transfer as well. And I wonder if these cherry pies will put a smile on your face.
10 miles wide!
Nothing like a couple of furry friends as well. I love dogs. Who's your woo? Who's your boo? Hey, I've really got to go. We've got to get some K's behind us. So it's really cool here on the highways now. I always thought these were these weird UFO discs. What they've done is, especially these ones up there that I just pointed out are for sugar gliders. And over here, your possums and creatures that crawl. It's really cool that they built this sort of ladder system. Research is showing they're actually working. They're reducing the amount of roadkill in this area, which is absolutely phenomenal. Isn't it awesome that they've gone to the measures of trying to protect wildlife that get absolutely cleaned up on these Australian highways that we've got here? But it's really good to see that not only have they built these, the results are showing that they're actually working. Dude! This looks absolutely phenomenal. Have a guess what you think the most dangerous sport in Australia is? No? It's not car racing. It's not horse racing. You wouldn't even guess. It's bloody rock fishing. What a trooper that guy is out on the rocks there. It can be so dangerous
It's flat as a tack out there today, but you can turn your back around, then all of a sudden a freaky wave comes, and then bingo bongo, you're in the water, smacked up against the wall like that. You'll be like a piece of popcorn in a movie theatre. Oh, dude, and there's tatties absolutely everywhere in here. And that, would you believe it or not, that's a frog's nest. So there's all little tatties all nestled up in the bubbles here, and then as they grow, you'll see them, they're just everywhere in here. Maybe if you even walk around, bro, you might even see them move just based on your shadows. There's heaps. Can you hear them in the distance there as well? And that there, my friend, that's like Tinder for nature. He's looking out for a mate right now. Swipe left, swipe right, swipe right, swipe right. I'm here, I'm here. That's him letting the ladies know he's got a big throat and he's keen to go.
He's got a match.
He's got a match. Hey, while we're here, we just want to reflect and just spend a moment. I know we can be a bit silly on the show and have a bit of fun and all that kind of stuff, but at the same time, we want to highlight different angles and view our country through different lenses. And here in particular, it's really confronting to really think what the Indigenous communities would have felt many years ago, not knowing the impact of these giant vessels that were landing on this point right here, what impact that was going to have on their community. Just imagine what confusion the people here, the tribes sitting right here on the shore would have had when you see these giant ships that you'd never seen before. And then just how overwhelming it would have been to endure the impacts of colonisation. And this just highlights the resilience and determination of the Indigenous community. And I'd just like to spend a moment to acknowledge the peoples of the Yuri Nation as the traditional owners of this land and pay my respects to the elders past and present. This community was able to live in harmony with this very land for tens of thousands of years and it remained pristine. And it's funny, you know, sometimes we think we're so advanced with our phones and our cameras and our technology and all that kind of stuff, but you put the majority of people here out in the wilderness in the middle of winter, we wouldn't survive a day. These are oysters, rock oysters. Sydney's famous for rock oysters, but you see this little thing here, it'll just absolutely cut the crap out of my foot. Anyway, when we talk about before, like not knowing what a ship was coming in, I always think of the courage of the first person to ever eat an oyster. They look disgusting. They're just not really a texture you want in your mouth, but geez, love them or hate them, some people go absolutely bonkers for oysters, and you can see the leftovers down here, and here someone's tucked into the good ones, which is a great sign, and left these smaller ones, just like with fishing, for someone in the future. Here we are. Gosh, I love a bit of a favourite pastime out here as well, seeing the life and diversity in little rock pools. Let's see if we can get this one to squirt. It's known as Conjevoi. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Na 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 na. I deserve. Hey, here we're at the Big Dig Archaeological site, one of Sydney's oldest excavation sites. Actually, not one of, it's the oldest site here, dating back to where they first settled this area. Absolutely amazing. This well down here, 1810, to provide fresh water for George Cribb's house. And then by 1818, it was being used as a dump for the Cribbs household rubbish, probably because it had been poisoned by runoff from the slaughter yard. Artifacts found in this well include clothing, fine boning knife, hand-painted china, and an illegal alcohol tin. You rebels. Berry's Bakery, people would leave their dinners here. You had to come at 11 a.m. on a Sunday morning for your Sunday dinner. You'd leave it at the bakery if you wanted it cooked, and you'd have to come pick it up at 1 o'clock, and you'd get a silver ticket. They'd match that ticket with what meal you left, and then you'd come and they'd cook your roast dinner for you. How cool is that? Bubonic plague here. So James Foy, he contracted the bubonic plague. His family home was here at Cribbs Lane, but he died over at Little Bay Hospital. Wow, there was no indication of localized infection. I didn't know how it affected here. That's insane.
But you can see, look, there's actual footage of original rat catchers in 1900s. Is that like a rat skull or something? Holy, imagine digging up and then releasing the plague again. And that looks like it's before the harbour bridge has even gone in. Look at this, man. Like rings and knitting tools. I wonder if that's a toothpick, I can't even tell. Look at the buttons, look how well preserved this stuff is. Oh, bottles. Oh, look at the little cup from like a doll's house or something, even dating back then. Isn't this gorgeous? Just shows that we were even creative back then, you know, like all this kind of stuff. Look, little beads. I reckon there's a syringe in there as well. Bloody cookers. Bloody pipes. These cookers are. They're actual pipes, convicts, bloody hell. Well, speaking of pipes, something a bit weird. The Byrne family. On a deeper note though, it looks like one of the 4th generation descendants of theirs actually helped in the excavation of this site and said it was a really emotional experience, digging up tools, bowls, cutlery, stuff her ancestors used, and she's touching the very same tools. That's mind-blowing. And just another mind-blowing concept to sort of handle. We've got the oldest site here, and then just around the corner, we've got like a backpackers. Go upstairs and such a diversity of cultures right above this very place. Hey, we're pretty excited. Guess where we're going today? We're going to head out with a Go Whale Watching Sydney crew. I think we're going to be in for a ripper. What a pearler of a day to come out and check out some amazing creatures. Oi! Oh, bang! Oh!
Beach steers. Do you want a chip, bro? I would though, bro, but I don't eat chips.
Holding on.
Oh!
There he is.
Oh!
There you go, he's neck flapping, rolling around, flapping his fin around, there you go. So we know this whale's not in stress, he's not showing any signs of trying to get away from it. One of the questions I got asked earlier on is what does it mean when they're doing that? They're just rolling around having some fun. Yeah! Up again.
Oh! Woo! Who would have thought that's a good idea? You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to put a couple of skis on a plane so I can land on the water. Insane. Oh, excuse me. Here we are with the Go Whale Watching crew here in Sydney. We had an absolute ripper day. How good was it, yeah?
So good. Yeah.
Apparently not likely to have such a good day that we did. So yeah, thanks so much. You guys rock.
Better the weather.
Awesome.
You didn't
Yeah.
have as much fun with us.
Oh,
good.
mate, thanks so much. You guys rock.
We love
Cheers.
whales.
Yeah. Hey, come check this out. Again, just the resilience of nature here right in the heart of the city. It looks like one of the ink caps. So look, turns black and just turns into ink. Yeah, I probably wouldn't tuck into these, because it sounds like old mate upstairs has had a few too many. Here we are at the Sydney Opera House. Oh, stop, guys. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Yeah, stop. Stop. No, that's okay. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much. Oh, my God. Stop. Thank you. There you can. Sure. I love meeting fans. What a day.
As you could see with my celebrity status, we couldn't spend too much time at the Opera House. But although everyone may see me as a pretty serious guy, it was time to have some laughs by doing my other job on the side, a bit of stand-up comedy.
Hey, everyone. How are you? We have to do a sound check before, so how are we going? Are we going, Zach? Is that... You guys hear me up there? No. I know you can't hear me. I'm just being an idiot. This actually isn't part of the show. Now it isn't. Maybe I'll just smile at everyone. One of those annoying television salespeople. This is hilarious. Back in my head, I'm dying right now. How's the comedy show? Great. There's just this awkward fuckhead on stage for 40 minutes without a microphone. Hey, band guys, can we maybe get you up here as well? And you can maybe just strum out John Farnham's You're the Voice. That's kind of applicable. Oh, so what, am I just going to dance like a fuckhead? nightclub that's trying to pick up and doesn't know any dance moves. I could do some breakdancing like the Olympics, I'm a shit.
Now, whilst my microphone wasn't working, I couldn't help but think this was a classic stitch-up from my mate Lewis Spears and the Misfit Minds crew, after we hired actors not to laugh at his stand-up gig.
You know what the first question is? You're so tall! You're so tall, do you play basketball? Yeah, I want to look at these people and go, do I look like an athlete to you? I've got the lower half of a wounded flamingo. This is very strange. I feel like we should be all taking ecstasy and hooking up with each other and we'll get on Simon's level. You guys have a little whisper?
Cheeky buggers. It's always a laugh at the kings of comedy, but you know what? If I couldn't catch many laughs at the start of my set, at least the next morning, I could catch a wave. And whilst it may have been a long time since I taught Kelly Slater a thing or two, it was time to give back to the locals in Sydney with a surfing demo of my own. After a while, it was time to swap the surfboard for the swimming cap. And always remember to swim between the flags.
Mate, you didn't even go in.
Thanks for joining us on another adventure of the Crack Hunter. We'll see you again soon. Bye.